Cheers to everyone for watching. My name is Mitchell Hall. I am Canadian. I review Canadian albums, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Dead South record, Sugar and Joy. The Dead South are a 4-piece bluegrass band from Regina, Saskatchewan. There are a few records in at this point, and they had started out kind of labeling themselves as Mumford & Sons evil twins. But by the time they had some fans under their belt and some production budget, they had broken out onto the scene with their viral music video, In Hell I'll Be in Good Company. And since then, they had the opportunity to tour the world, even getting to play Glastonbury this year. Last year, they signed on to 6 Shooter Records, and they had been promoting this album so much for me. I was really excited to see what kind of music, new bluegrass music, they'd be making. On Sugar and Joy, however, this record feels like the boys had holed themselves up in a production studio for a couple or a few months and just wrote and played together and really worked on their harmonies, churning out some really good meat and potatoes bluegrass music, but kind of lacking in the songwriting department just a little bit. There are interesting tales to be told on this album. The first song, Diamond Ring, is a tale about, I guess, a guy wanting to steal gold from a king in order to buy his wife a diamond ring. On the back end of the record, we see the song Spaghetti, which has nothing to do with spaghetti. It seems like it's about some boy who found some forbidden charm, and all of the men in the village that he's in just wants to exile this boy. You do have some like cold, hard, working the highway line songs such as on Black Lung, with lines such as Jesus is a wicked, so we just keep on picking, and songs such as Crawdaddy Served Cold and Blue Trash, which ends up being about just the love of playing, just talking about the love of playing music live. There are a few duds on this album, such as, oh my god, Broken Cowboy, which is a 6-minute time killer. It's just a sad man song about being down in your luck. If this was about somebody real, and if it were obvious to me, then I would have enjoyed it more. And the track Fat Little Killer Boy, which is, you know, pretty much just as what the title describes. That and the song Heaven in a Wheelbarrow, which was an amiable, appeasing skit. About the time that I made my way through this record, like for the 4th time, I realized this record doesn't have much to comment on. Most of the tracks on here sound like your standard, typical bluegrass songs, which to me is a little bit unfortunate. Because if I wanted to listen to bluegrass, I would have maybe a couple of bands to choose from, and if you already have those bands, then why listen to this band? Add that to no overarching idea or experimentation going on with this record, and you have something that kind of ends up just being nice. Like, it will sound novel to you if you are not into bluegrass. If you do enjoy this album and this style of music, then it just ends up being fine. I really can't comment on how happy these guys sound as they're making music. Whenever they're coming in for harmonies and singing all together, I just can't knock their spirit. Personally, I didn't like this record, but instead of dissing their blistering banjos and mandolin and guitar playing and cellos and everything that's going on the record that happens to be done really skillfully, instead I'd like to offer my point of view of how I would enjoy this record a whole lot more. Number 1, I would like more thrill and shock factor. The songwriting here definitely has the potential to be actually scary. You're working with cellos and strings, for God's sake, so if you want to do some like harmonies and sweeps, get rowdy and messy with the instrumentation and try and come up with something that will actually kind of turn my head and say, I don't really feel uncomfortable right now. Why am I feeling uncomfortable? This actually sounds fucking great. Number 2, tie the album together with some kind of theme. Make it obvious, make it compelling, whether that's some kind of musical motif or talking about characters or something relevant in society. Even sound effects or found footage are really great ways to make it sound haunting and distant and pay homage to the classic vibe of bluegrass just a little bit. And number 3, just to be more progressive with the songwriting, these guys are already showing a great appreciation of time signatures and dissonance. A great example of this would be on the track Snake Man Part 1, where the banjo on here is playing this Irish reel, but the rest of the band is playing these dissonant chords, but the banjo is just playing this major key, so why not have the banjo bend and warp around with the keys, try and make something that'll set somebody on edge. So yeah, keep playing with times and modulations and dynamics and get somewhere with songwriting that makes it unique within the genre, and I think you have yourself an amazing record, a standout record. I'm feeling a strong 4 on this album. I disliked it somewhat, but that's not to knock the skill and the heart that these guys are playing at. I just think that I would find it like in the wide world of music that's out there. Sorry. If you liked what I had to say on this video, make sure you like and comment with your thoughts. Share this video with any fans of bluegrass or friends of yours, and subscribe to the channel for more Canadian album reviews. Special thanks to my subscribers. My name is Mitchell Hall. Cheers again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one out there.